What it do? What it do? It's your girl Riah X, and today we have Demetria Long. What it do, boo?
Hey y'all, aka Mimi. What's up?
Queen.
Al.
Okay, so tell us, where you from?
So I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, born and raised. Been there damn near my whole life. I came down here about 3 years ago. I've been down here since 2017. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Okay. So what brought you to Atlanta?
Originally, my mama brought me here. Me and my brother came down here. She was already down here. She had asked me and my siblings to come down here, and we came. Yeah, I came. Well, me and him came, and I've been down here ever since. Her and my brother, they left though.
So tell me, what was it like growing up?
So growing up, there was a lot of poverty going on. A lot of killing, a lot of drugs. But I stayed. What my grandparents did, they made me stay active. So I was like in sports a lot. I did like ballet, violin, boxing, basketball. I stayed active, so I really wasn't around all that violence. But I knew it was around me.
So what was it like being in Ohio? Like, what kind of vibe would people get if they never been to Ohio?
Ohio is real chilled. It's slow. It's not. It's money there, but it's slow. It's races there. We right there by Kentucky. It's races. It's fuck. Yeah. It's a cool little place for a family, I would say, but I don't want to be there. It's snow there, so that's the reason why. That's another reason why I'm here in Georgia. I'm sick of the snow. I'm a summer baby. I like the heat. I don't want to be hot, but I really like the fall. But yeah,
You like the fall time? I like that. I like the fall because like it's not too cold, but it's not too hot. Sometimes it can get colder.
It can.
Like,
Yes.
it could drop,
But you need a
but
little
it's
coat.
not as bad as like the winter time though.
Yeah,
Like that
no.
shit be too fucking cold.
Really like the summer. It be just too hot sometimes. But I like the fall weather though. I like just that breeze. The sun be out and then the breeze. Like, it's perfect.
So I heard that you wanted to have a group home.
Yes, so I actually want to get into doing a girls group home for little girls that's like age 5 to 7. I'm gonna focus on both kids though, but I'm just gonna start with the girls. I want to do one with the boys too. I'm not leaving no one out. But yes, I feel like kids are the guidance. Kids don't have guidance. A lot of kids don't have guidance, and kids are the future. Me being a person who didn't have a lot of guidance growing up as well, I would like to help the kids.
So what made you want to come together with a group home? What made you come up with that idea?
Cause most girls, they get abused, been taken advantage of, been raped, been used, misled. So I just want to help us. I just want to, guide them in the right direction. Just little women, make sure that they know what's really out here. Educate them what's really going on in the atmosphere, because it's more than what they see.
So tell me, what was it like growing up with your dad?
Growing up with my dad, it was actually fun and exciting. It was a little challenging sometimes because we bump heads a lot, because he made me to where I don't show emotions, and it kind of backfired on him at times. So
Right.
we bump head a lot, but it was more so him trying to buy my love, buy my affection and things in that nature. But he was honest with me. He showed me what he could show me. He taught me what he could, teach me what he did know, and I appreciate every little moment that we did have together. He's still here, but our bond is not as strong as it used to be.
I completely understand that. There's a lot of young girls who pretty much can relate to you.
Yeah.
And I see why you want to come together and create this group home to be able to help these girls.
Yes. It's much more than what you see on TV and stuff, television, society make you believe that you're supposed to go to college and stuff like that, but you don't have to go that route.
No, you don't. It's a plenty available tools for you. There's libraries, there's goddamn YouTube, there's Google. A lot of the knowledge that we learn in a lot of these universities and state colleges, we can learn that on the internet. We don't have to pay all these goddamn student loans.
You don't gotta be in debt.
No.
You don't.
You choose to be in debt.
Yes.
That is a given.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to go.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, along with what I was saying, so I hear you have an OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. So tell me, what is it like being an OnlyFans girl?
So, it's actually exciting. Mm-hmm. I like what I do. Right. I like that I make my own content as if someone producing or someone orchestrating me, telling me what to do, telling me how to do it or who to do it with. Like, right. You know, as a porn star, they have someone directing them, telling them how right. they should do it, what they should do, what they should say, how they, you know.
So it's the point that you having free will.
Exactly. Right. I'm comfortable with it because I'm a sexual being, like, and right. I'm comfortable with it. I like doing what I do.
Yeah,
it pays
Virgo
my bills.
and Aquarius is sexual signs. Very sexual signs.
So I don't mind it, and it's like OnlyFans is what you make it. You don't always have to be sexual. You don't. I mean, not necessarily sexual, but you don't
have to be naked. Basically.
Yeah, you don't always have to be naked. You could just be eating or just unzip your shirt,
or just have like regular clothes on. There's a lot of Instagram models that do it. They get paid so much money just to do it.
With just like a little cami and some shorts.
Right.
Just a little picture. A 2-second video and you paying just to see it. Right. That's what I like doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I like being an entrepreneur and getting all sorts of income. I like to have the residual. Right.
So tell me, when you hear the words Black Lives Matter, what is the first thing you think of?
I think of me, my family, you know, my community. You know, I think about all the things that they taken away from us. You know, mm-hmm. all the knowledge that we was withheld from.
Right.
I don't know. I also think of good things, though. I think of how all of us are kings and queens and we don't know it yet. Like, I think of all of us have a spiritual connection that we haven't found yet necessarily because we're so stuck on what society got for us. Or
right, we're stuck in the matrix and we're stuck in the little game that
little loop,
the little simulation we're in. Mm-hmm. Because there ain't nothing but deja vu. We've been here before.
Most definitely, yes.
Our ego brought us here.
Yes.
We were so stubborn. We're so stubborn. We keep wanting to come back to this motherfucker. But what do we do? All we do is complain about this motherfucker. Okay, so I feel like you could be a very good public speaker. Have you ever thought about being a public speaker?
I have. It's something a lot of people always say to me. I actually did public speaking years ago. I did it in high school. I can't even remember what it was for, but I just remember the principal asked me to speak.
You were a counselor.
Yeah, something like that.
A guidance counselor.
Yep, something like that. And I did it for the kids or whatever, and I did that. I also did something like I had went to a prison and spoke to the prison men that was incarcerated and just, you know, I guess tell them my point of view on things, on how I feel about prison and, you know, the things that they do to our men in there and things of that sort. So it's something that I have always thought about doing, that I have actually experienced it occasionally sometimes. But, I don't know, I'm kind of, also, I get afraid sometimes. I get afraid of, sometimes, what if I don't have the right information to give someone?
Right.
So, I get a little nervous about that. but that's something I would like to do. I'm open for it. So like I said, if someone was to ask me to do something like that, I'm willing to do it.
So have you thought about being a social worker or something like that?
No, it's just something that my aunt have always recommended for a long time. She have always recommended me to become one. But I just feel like with that, people sometimes are already stuck in their way of how they view the world or how they view themselves, and sometimes a lot of people don't want to hear what you gotta say.
Right.
They don't want to accept your change, or they're afraid to, so they push you away.
And the only thing really stopping them is themselves.
Yes, every day. Only person can stop you is yourself. If somebody told you that you couldn't do it, who is them to say that you can't? How do they really know?
And that's the problem with people. They react based upon emotions and what people like say. Like why should their opinion matter?
It shouldn't.
You know what I mean?
You shouldn't care what people to a certain extent.
I feel like if you live your life based upon emotions, you will never be successful. Because there's always going to be somebody that tell you that you're not great at something.
Yeah, they always gonna try to critique you.
There's always gonna be that one person that don't like what you do or don't support you, and you're gonna have to accept that. You know what I mean? If you want to become stronger and you want to just continue
elevate.
to continue to elevate, then you're not gonna be able to if you're just gonna keep thinking about what others think.
That's like being blocked. Being blocked with yourself, mentally blocked, worried about what others perceive you, or how they look at you, how they view you. I don't care what people. I have OnlyFans, so I really don't care what people. You can call me a hoe all you want. That stuff doesn't bother me. Like it pays my bills. And
humans are here to reproduce.
They are. We here to have sex. I only be a hoe with my dude. That's the only person that's on there. So it's like, call me what you want.
Right.
Y'all watching though. Y'all subscribing.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, like everybody that talks shit and they say that they don't like something, they the ones that's clicking on your shit. They the ones that's giving you them views.
I do be surprised on who I see subscribe. Like I be just like, wow, really? They subscribe? She subscribed to my shit?
Right.
She wanna see what I'm doing? But you had so much to say. But
they just stalking you because they a hater.
Pretty much.
And if you sit there and just keep trying to be a hater, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you.
You just, at the end of the day, you got one life, and you have to live it to the fullest, to the best way you know how to. Like, you have to walk your path, even if you walk in the wrong directions. Turn around, bust a U, do it again, try again. But at the end of the day, it's your life. We're gonna make mistakes. We're not perfect. We wasn't put here on this earth to be perfect. Like, we are who we are. I am who I am, and I accept who I am.
So, what advice do you have for girls that were raised by their father and never had their mother, their female figure?
So for me, I guess it's to each his own. I would start off to that because everybody is raised differently. Right. Everybody didn't have the same household that I had, or the same experience that I had, should I say. So if you a little girl that maybe walked in my shoes, I would just say, try to remain focused, try to remain humble. You're going to have a lot of little bumps in the road, little slopes. It's going to be overwhelming. But you got to stay focused. You got to have faith. You have to believe in the faith that you have. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you cannot do something. Because only self, like we said, only self can tell you you can't. Only you is stopping you from doing whatever you want to do. It may take you time, but that's where patience come about. Like, you have to have patience, you have to have self-care, self-meditate, self-love. If you don't love yourself, how can you expect the next person to love you and care for you and nurture you? How can you expect them to understand you if you don't even even understand yourself.
Right.
So I just feel like, you know, just stay focused, and whatever you believe in, believe them. Don't let nobody tell you that your beliefs are wrong, because who are they to tell you that what you believe is wrong? Yeah, I mean, if you have goals out there and you want to be somebody, you can be that person. Like, just be consistent on what you're doing. Because we're all queens and kings. Don't ever let nobody tell you nothing. Nothing less or nothing more. You know what I mean?
Right. So tell me, what advice do you have for a lot of the young girls who are very insecure about themselves?
Girl, why are you insecure? Like, start off with that. Why? Why are you insecure? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's something that every person, not even a woman, every gender, have something wrong with themselves. Everybody gonna say, oh, my skin ain't clear enough, or my eyebrows ain't arched enough, or my lashes not long enough, my hair is not thick enough. Everybody gonna say something about something. My feet not big enough, something, just something crazy. But if you have those insecurities with yourself, at the end of the day, like I said, you have to self-love yourself. You have to start out by saying, you're pretty, I'm beautiful, I love me. Who cares if nobody else think you're pretty? Because you think you're pretty. And it doesn't really matter what they think at this point. At the end of the day, they don't pay no bills for you. And they're not gonna be there when you get successful neither. So it doesn't matter how people feel about you. As long as you love you, that's all that matters. You just got to be positive about yourself. Get up to every day and just boost yourself.
Right.
Boost yourself right now.
Because the only person that can heal you is you.
Mm-hmm. You gotta boost yourself.
And you have to start with
You gotta tell yourself you can do it. You gotta tell yourself that I can achieve it.
You learn how to motivate yourself.
You do. You can't expect somebody to motivate you if you don't have that connection with someone.
And if you feel like you can't get motivated by yourself, go and look for it.
Yeah.
Don't sit there and wait for it to come to you, because it don't work that way. You gotta go and look for it.
It's internet for that. It's all types of things out there that you can go easily and get the knowledge to do self-care, self-meditate.
Knowledge is available to you everywhere. You just gotta go look for it. Sometimes you may not be able to find it on the internet. You gotta go outside and go look for it. You gotta meet, that physically. Too. Or you gotta go meet some people. Like, you gotta be around different people, and
it is people,
and you gotta be around your age group. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Not necessarily, because
yes, because you gotta learn to live at that age first. You can go ahead and get advice, but you can't sit there and try to hang like. No, they can't be hanging. A fucking 18-year-old shouldn't be hanging with a 40-year-old. No. Like, every day is what I'm saying. Oh, okay. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I got you.
Like, you can't do that. You gotta learn how to be around your age group and hang around people that are different but your age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So you can see, like, how they live their lives. You know what I'm saying?
Their perspective of life. Mm-hmm.
Because that's where you're at. Mm-hmm. You can go ahead and get advice from older people, but at the same token, you need to be around.
Experience it yourself.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And it just makes life not fun that way if you don't experience.
I mean, most of the time, even then, when people say, "Oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that," 9 times out of 10, that person gonna do it anyways because they want to experience it anyways.
Right.
So
it's like you could warn them about things, but you can't force them not to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they want to go do it, let them go and do it. Don't try to stop them from trying to do something that they want to do. Mm-hmm. Because
it's just gonna make it worse.
Exactly. Because everybody should be able to do what they want to do. You're here for your own purpose. You're not here for somebody else's purpose. You're put on this planet because you have a purpose. Mm-hmm. Not because you're here to just fuck around and do dumb shit all day. Mm-hmm. If you fuck around and do dumb shit all day, that's how your life is going to turn out. Your life's going to be a mess. unless you organize it and actually plan out your goals. Wake up happy, wake up, just whatever comes to mind, whatever you feel like doing. Mm-hmm. Even if it's just sitting down watching TV all day. Like, if that makes you happy, it makes you happy.
Mm-hmm. You have to find a hobby, like something that makes you happy. Like, even if it's just reading a book.
Right. It could be the simplest things. Mm-hmm. You could be writing down some notes or writing down some jokes or something.
Anything
to release stress. You can work out.
A peace of mind.
Yeah, anything, whatever you feel that gives you the peace of mind. But speaking of hobbies, what are some other hobbies that you have that you like to do? What are some things you like to do?
My hobbies? I don't know. Right now, I'm just really focused on trying to get my career above float. Mm-hmm. I do, like I said, I like to plan hair. So that's one of my hobbies. I like to do hair from time to time. I sell hair. That's what I prefer doing. Mm-hmm. But that is one of my hobbies that I'm getting into. I'm trying to get more into makeup, so I'm trying to get into that. Mm-hmm. I like to just be by myself. That's my peace of mind. That's one of my hobbies, is to be by myself, give myself a clear head to think about what I need to do. And for me, I like to write down things. I'm good with voicing my emotions on paper. Or just, I'm good with voicing things on paper. So I like to write down things. Yeah. I do a lot of reading sometimes on my off times. I like to read little spiritual books, to make you change the way you view life. It's this book that I keep reading over and over again, and it's simply called Change the Way You Think. And I done read that book probably maybe 4 times, but it's just because I like the education that it has in there. But yeah, my hobbies, I don't really have a lot of hobbies. I used to draw. I want to get back in being more creative. I used to do crafty stuff, so I have a bar that I'm going to eventually turn to something beautiful, only in due time. But that's what I do on my off times, my crafty times. Just be to me, give myself. I like to pamper myself, have my space, give myself a massage. I like to just feel self-love.
Is there some things that you would like to share with us, that like any other businesses that you have that you haven't mentioned?
Business-wise, like I said, I have My Flawless Bundles. That's the hair company. I also have Demetria Tax Pros. So I do taxes and help people build their credit. As far as other businesses-wise, no. I don't have any major other businesses, but the group home is my next really project that I'm on. So that's the major movement right there.
Is there anything that you haven't done that you would like to do?
Travel. It's never too much traveling. This world is huge. It's so small, but it's so huge at the same time. So I haven't done a lot of traveling in a long time. Like, really took a vacation and left, and that's what I like doing. Okay, I guess that would be a hobby.
Can you name some countries that you would like to visit?
Ooh, I like water countries, so I like to go.
So
any place that have water, which is weird. I don't know.
Like the Caribbean.
Yes, I contradict myself a lot because I love the water, but I'm also afraid of the water. Meaning,
you can't go too far, like when you're inside the ocean.
No, I can swim. I can swim.
But you get nervous.
But I'm saying, like, they got places where they flood and stuff like that. Like, that's what I mean.
I understand. Natural disasters.
Yeah, like. Okay. But no, I love, I want to see the waterfalls, the bees,
But you gotta overcome your fear. You gotta overcome that fear.
Most definitely, that is true.
You just gotta.
That's true, and I think that's another reason why I haven't really went out there yet, because I'm afraid of that natural disaster. Like, I'm afraid of me just my luck being out somewhere and something happened.
Now, I completely understand. I get that. But eventually you will overcome it, and you will
But I love to travel. That's something that I'm gonna forever do. I love to travel, try new things, see new culture. That's what I travel for. To see new culture, see, where we came from, see the different race and, well, my race, but how they hospitality is different and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. That's pretty interesting, if you ask me. So is there anything else that you would like to say to anyone who's struggling during this pandemic?
Well, I would say I'm sorry that we're all going through this, first off. It is crazy. It probably was scared in the beginning, but don't be afraid. I'm sorry for all my condolences for those who have lost any loved ones or anything like that. But there are many benefits and opportunity out here due to this pandemic. It's a lot of grants and loans and unemployment, that you can get to, still survive out here, even though that you don't have a job. A lot of these benefits that you have or that they're offering, you can become an entrepreneur out of it. It just depends on what you do with the loan that you're receiving.
Are you going to spend it on bullshit, or are you going to invest in something?
Exactly. It's a lot of stuff out here. You just have to apply yourself for it. It's a lot of assistance that they're just giving away and you don't have to even pay back. So that's something to keep in mind for all y'all who's listening out there. Y'all should do some research and just look into it. Any free assistant, pandemic assistant out there that's still going on. They did another stimulus, so it's still things out there that...
There's a lot of things that are available to us, like food stamps and stuff like that. Just government stuff that they give out for free, and people... It's available to you. You just gotta get up and look for it.
Just apply yourself. Yeah. Just apply yourself.
We all have phones. We all got laptops and whatever fucking electronic you fucking use. Bitch, you could go on the website, fucking search it up. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people are struggling because
they don't know. I just feel like they act like they don't know, right. And some people actually really don't know. Don't know their next move, and the only move they know is running to the streets. Some people actually don't know, and some people know but just don't give a fuck.
Right.
It just be like, hey, I'm comfortable with my living situation, and just be stuck on where they at.
Yeah, and it's just if it's available to you, why not?
Why
You're turning down a good opportunity.
You guys, I have a job and I also get an unemployment. Like I said, I'm also an entrepreneur. Regardless if I have my own company or not, I'm still going to work. I still want money. I still want a lot of money. I want a residual income. So it's it never really stopped, actually. Even when you become a millionaire, it would never really stop. You working would never really stop, because at the end of the day, you got to work for yourself. You have to make sure your company is doing what you want them to do. So
I see you have an elephant tattoo on your arm. Is that your spiritual animal, or?
It is not my spiritual animal, but you know what? I would say she is my spiritual animal, because I feel like elephants is they're very powerful. Their empowerment. They say elephants, sometimes growing up I heard people be like, elephants' brains is just like a peanut, but elephants remember everything.
That's not true.
Elephants,
they actually have higher consciousness.
They're so smart. They remember everything. Everything they see, they remember. They have a big ass brain. And then they're kings and queens in their own kingdom. Other elephants, they respect one another. They unify each other. They group. I just love them. I just love the meaning of an elephant. They so big. They look so scary, but in reality, they're not. They loving.
They not.
They so sweet.
So if a elephant actually charges at you, it's because you have negative energy.
Yeah, and they sense it.
And they coming for that ass. Yeah, they coming for that ass.
And they sense it.
That little baby elephant. That motherfucker finna get you.
They so powerful. They so powerful. And I just love them. I just love them. Yes, I love them.
So what's your favorite animal? You have one?
I actually don't. I mean, besides the elephant, I actually don't. What would be yours?
I would say probably, that's a hard one. I like all the aquatic creatures. I love the ocean. So I like sharks, I like stingrays, I like jellyfish,
I don't even know. That is a good question. So I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna think about it. I don't know. If I have to choose, what would I choose? I don't know. I don't know.
That's a hard question for you.
I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna throw some randoms up in here.
I don't know.
If you had a superpower, what would you choose?
I would probably want to teleport.
Okay.
Teleport or like
Another motherfucker that want to try.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
I say that a lot. The reason why I say that is because every time I interview someone, they always say teleport. It's either teleport or they would like to be invisible. I don't understand the invisible part.
Telekinesis, yeah.
I don't understand the invisible part because being in this matrix, you want to be visible. You know what I'm saying? In order to be successful, you need to be visible.
We're damn near invisible now.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
They don't fucking notice us. They only notice us when it benefit them.
Right, that's the only time they don't notice a motherfucker. Like, if it ain't benefiting what they do, they don't give a fuck what you doing.
Yeah. What would be your superpower?
Damn, I would like to read people's minds. Read people's minds. You don't think that would be dope?
That's a good
read
one.
People's minds?
That is actually a good one. Like, cause then you would know what to expect with that person.
Exactly.
So
you plan ahead.
Yeah, you know how to operate. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, so tell me, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food. So, food, I like chicken. Which I'm trying to get off of it, but
she lying, bro. Let me tell y'all, bro. She ain't gonna get rid of that chicken, baby.
I love chicken. Next will be like French fries. I love potatoes. Like anything.
So you about to get rid of potato now?
Like baked potatoes, anything fries. I love it. French fries, potatoes and onions. Like,
oh man, that should be hitting with bell peppers and some onions. Man, forget it.
I just love me some potatoes. But I like macaroni, lasagna. I like, I'm a fat girl at heart for real. I am. I do.
But if you could eat something every day for the rest of your life,
for the rest of my life, I probably just eat fruits and vegetables.
Right.
So like my strawberries and stuff like that. Mostly pineapples.
Pineapples are good.
Mostly pineapples. If I have to choose something, pineapples.
Yeah, pineapple's actually it's actually my favorite fruit.
Even though I don't like coconut, but I would drink the coconut water.
Oh, coconut water is so good.
Yes, coconut water is good.
I've been drinking it a long time. I love me some coconut water. Yeah, that shit's so good. So, what is your drink of choice?
Drink of choice, like alcoholic drink?
Yes.
Douce. So I drink Douce, but I like anything. Cognac, whiskey.
Anything dark?
Anything dark.
So you prefer cognac, whiskey, or bourbon?
Yeah. I drink Jack. I mean, just whatever vibe I'm in the moment. I didn't have Jack Daniels. I didn't have.
So do you fuck with any clear liquor or no?
No. I wouldn't prefer any clear liquor, but if I have to drink clear liquor,
what would it be? Tequila, vodka.
I guess Don Julio, because that's what I have been drinking on.
No, Don Julio, yeah. I fuck with the Don Julio. It's the vodka for me. I can't have no vodka.
I don't like vodka. I don't really like Patron, none of that. I would drink it like as long as I have a chaser. But I have to drink a chaser with everything. Honestly.
Me too.
Anything I drink, even my Douce,
yeah, because alcohol in general is nasty as fuck. Like the taste of it, like when you first take your first drink, you gonna be like,
Yeah.
And then when you know you feeling, tipsy or nice, that's when you just like, alright, it ain't nasty no more.
You get used to it.
You're already used to the taste.
Yeah, but I need a chaser with everything. But I like dark liquor. It's just so smooth. I don't have a hangover. I don't feel like I'm finna be dizzy when it go down my throat. It still burn now, but it make me feel better. It make me feel just relaxed. I mean, it could tie me up too, shaking my ass. But I just never be like, when I'm on that vodka, I be feeling like I'm ready to fight. Like, I just be feeling like I'm just about to throw up all the fucking time.
So it's just it's a bad drunk.
Yeah, like yes, if I'm drinking light liquor, it's just bad. So I have one drink. If it's just white liquor, it gotta just be one drink.
So tell me, when going out, right, to like an event, what is your must need accessory that you have to have? It has to be on. Like, baby, if I don't have it, I can't go nowhere.
I don't know. I guess my phones.
No, not that. Like, accessory, like clothing. Like,
clothes.
Does your shoes gotta be the main thing on point? Does the hair? What's the most important thing that needs to be on point?
See, I guess it would be my shoes, because I'm a shoe fanatic.
Okay.
So it's my shoes.
Shoeaholic.
Yeah, it's my shoes. I have too many shoes that I had to get rid. I thought I got rid of so
I
many.
really just want to take the camera and just go to the room and be like, you see all the goddamn shoes?
You ain't even seen nothing yet, because I still got some shoes in my car. But I am a shoe fanatic. Y'all. I would say that is probably something that has to be on point. If it ain't my nails or my hair be on point, but my shoes have to be on point, because
so that's like, the number one thing for you.
Yeah, because you can't have no busted ass shoes and be looking fire, like your whole outfit, hair and shit, makeup, and then you go to your shoes and
then your shoes raggedy as fuck.
Like, no, so it's my shoes for me.
All right, so it's the shoes for you. So, ooh, shit! I'm about to ask this question. This funny.
Okay.
So when it comes to men, right? When it comes to relationships, what is a automatic turn off for you?
Turn on?
Turn off.
Okay, turn off. An automatic turn off in a relationship.
Like, what is the first red flags for you?
Just them being discreet, acting sneaky for no reason. That's a red flag. Like,
name some red flags for you. How about that? Name some red flags.
In a relationship. So some of my red flags, I would say, being in a relationship could be that.
Sneaking is one of them.
So yeah, like for instance, people like to play with people's mind a lot. Just to feel that, like, oh, I got that power over that person.
Right.
So
being possessive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I want you to feel like I'm in charge, but there ain't no title. Kind of. No?
No. Like, I don't know.
It's like, I want to have control over you.
Yeah, for the most part. It's like,
so if I do this, you got to do this with me.
Yeah, sometimes.
If I'm in the house, you got to be in the house. Take shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Okay. That's a turn off for me.
I mean, being like, red flags is like I said, you like being on your phone and you not doing nothing, but you're making it seem like you're doing something, just playing with my fucking mind. It's a turn off. Cause why are you playing with my mind, making me think something else and it's not what it is? Like, another thing, just finding shit that ain't my shit.
Oh, so we talking about like pieces of clothing or like what we talking about here? What is
it ain't got that far, but I'm just saying like
little items like what, like a lighter or like a give me an example.
Earrings, lipstick.
Oh, hell to the no. Okay.
Hair sheddings, nails. Shit like that is a turn off. Because if I start having do-rags, hats, goddamn it, roses, and goddamn it,
dirty drawers,
anything, anything around me that's not my man while I'm in a relationship, then it would be a problem. But it's like, relationships to me sometimes it can just be a double standards in a lot of the situations that people go in a relationship or go through in a relationship. I don't know. Your relationship is really what you make it. What you put out is what you're gonna receive.
Right.
So
everything that you say will eventually manifest itself. Everything that you do will eventually come to the light. Because karma's a motherfucker.
It is. Indeed.
Okay, so when it comes to men, right? What is the first thing you look for in a man?
I guess comfort, safety, respect, honesty. A lot of things. I mean, he don't have to love me right away, but just feel safe and comfortable around him. To be able to be myself. Not
that's a must-have for me.
Not for him to, for him to be able to accept my flaws as well.
Yes, accept me for who I am.
Yeah.
If that's a big one for me. If you can't accept me for who I am, the door right there, bro. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? I'm finna be me regardless.
Don't get me wrong. You have to be in a relationship. You can't just think about self. You do have to think about that other person. So it's a lot of compromising and just trying to accept or be open of change. Of change, because you're not by yourself anymore. You're with someone else.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind of what the other person feels.
Yes, how they feel on certain things. You may think something is not a problem, but they may think it's a problem, or vice versa.
So, what do you think? What did you think about all the artists that have died last year? There was many artists that have died because of drug overdose. Some of them were killed.
Honestly, and what's crazy, a lot of them was just black men, mostly. I do feel sorry for their family and stuff like that. However, certain things happen to people who put themselves in certain situations.
And it's a lot of things that they say in their music.
It's a lot, that's what I'm saying. So, being an artist doesn't mean you have to portray to be someone you're not.
Right.
That's why we had rappers back then who just pretty much just told life stories. They didn't say what they did or didn't do. They just told certain experience in their life. Nowadays, people is really saying, oh, I'm going to, shoot you and just talk about dumb shit. And it's like, why don't you think a nigga is going to run up on you? You talking about you got all this money on you.
Right, that's what I be saying. Like, it's the shit that they be saying. They want that shit to manifest. Yeah. Because if you don't want that shit to manifest, you would say something different. But it also has something to do with the labels they're with. Some of them. Because some of them have their own labels. And they are putting out what the fuck they feel
It's like that one, I don't know his name. I can't think of his name. But he's a young artist. He's a black boy. And I was watching an interview. And he was just pretty much saying, like, he looked like a nerd to me, if you ask me. And he was like, my music is literally entertainment, y'all. Like, I don't even own a gun. Half the stuff I say, y'all shouldn't believe it. Like, he was literally telling them that. But I doubt people even took that interview serious. They probably he probably just saying that, like.
He probably just, running his mouth over them.
But he really looked like a dude that didn't mean half the stuff he say on his lyrics. And it's like, if you didn't say that interview to make that confession that you're really not this thug of a person, then it's like now you got to worry about people trying to, kill you or do whatever, rob you, because you talking like you about this lifestyle and you're really not. It's like, what for? It's like, but a lot of people do stuff for publicity stunts
and the labels, and that's what sells. Because that's really what sells. Like, everything that got to do with sex, money, drugs.
They sell it. Now it's actually on, I think, HBO
And what's it called?
Euphoria.
Euphoria.
It's a good show.
So tell us what it's about. Give us a little synopsis of what it's about.
Pretty much about two teenage girls going to high school, and one of the girls is a transgender male, and he basically, he was trying
to become a woman.
Right. So a lot of people didn't really mess with him, didn't really fuck with him like that because he obviously was a boy before. So people used to pick on him, but he really didn't care about people's voice. He just lived his life. And the girl that's in it, one of the main characters, she just one day, she was alone on herself. People really didn't mess with her. They bothered her too, but she was a real female. She just was a loner. She came to school, did her homework, did her work, and then left. But they used to, pick on her, whatever, because she was still a virgin and stuff like that. Not doing everything that her peers was doing. So both of the two girls, they clicked because they was alone pretty much in high school. And then they started liking each other.
Oh, wow.
Now, the real girl, she didn't know that the other girl was actually a boy until one time they spent the night, hung out and stayed the night at each other's house. And they slept together, and the other girl decided to get undressed. And she seen that she was a boy because she still had her, her penis. But as they was becoming friends, more and more friends, the girl that was a boy, he's now thinking like, well, maybe I should be a boy. Maybe she'll like me as a boy. Maybe that's what she wants. But if she like you as a woman, why try to
change herself? See, I don't want to get cussed out by the LGBT community by this comment I'm going to say. I just want people to take it into consideration, and I don't want people to take it as a hateful comment. So that's why I'm just going to say this beforehand before I even mention this comment. But I have a problem with people trying to have a sex change, and the reason being is because if you were made a certain way, I feel that why would you want to change yourself? You were made this way for a reason. And that's the same thing when I have an issue with when it comes to implants, when it comes to Botox. Just work on your body. Like, you should feel good in the skin that you're in, and you should, if you want to tweak it, just work out. Just do natural things. Don't you guys are using all these harmful man-made products that white man made, because the black people didn't make that. So why would you want to put that in your body? There's a lot of women that have got butt implants, right? And they have died from this shit.
Have y'all ever thought about, like, when y'all see all these, like, for instance, pill commercials, and then they be like, this pill is good for XYZ, it'll cure you for this.
And then you hear the side effects.
And then you hear all those 100 million side effects that it had. So it's like, should we really be taking this?
No. It's like, weed is illegal in a lot of countries, right? But that's a medicinal herb, and for the motherfuckers that are Christian, the government Christian, they all Christian or whatever, it's in the Bible, bro.
But it's just crazy. Like, weed now is crazy because now they're trying to legalize it. And
why? Because it's another form of business. They're gonna open dispensaries, and they want you to pay for it.
Say this, like, okay, y'all finna legalize it. Are y'all gonna be reducing those sentences that y'all gave for those people who had, weed charges? It's like, it just don't make sense. Like, and then they saying they giving out free corona test shots for weed, like they giving out weed to go get the vaccine.
You see how they trying to
manipulate you.
Exactly, but you don't want to take that vaccine because, first of all, they put the virus in the vaccine, and the reason
just like the flu shot,
right? And just like all the vaccines, they put the virus in the vaccine so your body can get a taste of it, so your body can get used to it, and your body can therefore become immune. But there ain't no telling. It's like you're taking a risk by doing this, because you don't know whether your body's going to be able to, unless you're 100% know that you're fully healthy.
It is just like she said, it is just like all the other vaccines, like the flu. All of this is the virus, that virus, flu virus or coronavirus. All they're doing is taking that virus and put it in that syringe and put it in you and see if your body can treat it. I mean, fight against
We're test subjects.
Like, yeah, fucking lab rat. And it's like, it's craziness.
And it's crazy because they got like 3 different brands of the corona vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine. That's just crazy as fuck. But it's your girl Riah X, and I had Demetria Long. Any social media pages you would like to shout out, websites?
Queen Mimi is my Instagram. Queen Mimi 3 is my Instagram page. Mimi Long is MEEME Long. Facebook page. Twitter is the same thing. Mimi Long. My website is My Flawless Bundles. My other website is actually Demetria Tax Pros. And yeah, that is me, Mimi, aka me.
And you can also check out all her pages and websites and stuff in my description. I will be leaving it. And it's your girl Riah X. Make sure you visit rxwrldd.com. You can also add me on Instagram in case you haven't already. It is rxwrldd. Again, it is rxwrldd. You can also follow me on Facebook. Well, add me as a friend, whatever, same shit. Add me as a friend on Facebook. It's Mariah Munoz. In parentheses, you'll see Riah X. You'll see my big head ass on there. You can also add me on Snapchat. I will be letting that go soon. I'm not really fucking with that platform, but you can follow me for right now. It is M-EAZY15. And you can also add me on TikTok in case you haven't. I'm not quite sure what my username is, but I will leave it in the description for y'all because I'm chilling, I'm high, I forgot. Alright? So I'll catch y'all motherfuckers maybe next time. And me and Mimi will eventually have a show together. So we gonna be rocking out. You will see what the fuck we'll be talking about. I will not be mentioning it right now because that's none of your business. I just want to give you a little, stay
tuned.
Yeah, just stay tuned. If you really fuck with me, just stay tuned.